grab that one. We'll grab that one. Hey everybody. So today, a lot of people have been asking me about what my favorite leathers are, and I realized I've never done a proper video on this. So we're gonna get started very simply with natural veg tan. So this is Herman Oak natural veg. You can see just how clean it is. And I think that's why I love natural veg. It's a very honest leather. This is kind of the creme de la creme. This is Japanese. This is from the Tochigi tannery. It is wildly expensive to get in the US, but this is my personal stash when I make myself a bag out of natural veg. This is the natural veg that I'm using. Here is the first wallet I ever made. This was some cheap natural veg I got from like Tandy or something. I remember with a stitching iron, it was $37. And this is the second wallet I made out of the same little shoulder there, all 5 ounce. And even the cheap stuff will age nicely. So these are 18 years old. I carried this one for about 6 years. My friend Tony carried this one for about 6 years. These wallets both started the same color as this leather, actually probably a little bit lighter. Natural veg tan is a leather that is undyed, not plated, it's not grain corrected at all. So it actually tans like skin does. When you put it out in the sun, it'll get tan. As you use it, it gets more tan. And you can see, if you use it in a pair of jeans, this blue is indigo from denim. So it picks up all sorts of marks. It responds differently. Tony's we use neat's foot on. Mine we used mink oil on. You can see this is a little more red, this is a little more yellow. I just love, it's how I got started. All my favorite Japanese brands use it. And it'll always be my favorite leather of all time. You can dye it, you can make structural stuff with it, you can tool it, it's great. And here is a personal bag. I carried this thing for, oh gosh, 6 or 7 years now. And this was the same leather. This is Wicket and Craig, a little bit thicker, but it's Wicket and Craig leather. And you can see it just picks up the most beautiful patina over time. Absolutely love it. So #1 all-time favorite by default has to be natural veg, just because it's the leather that I've used throughout my career. This is natural unglazed shell cordovan. This hide is from Riccardo. If you're used to shell, you're used to usually seeing the nice shiny leather. Maybe it's marbled, maybe it's got different colors. Of course, it's got the stamps on the back. There are a few different companies that make it now. Originally, it was Horween, and I have used unglazed Horween shell. That's almost impossible to get. You kind of have to know someone, from what I understand. I've only gotten like one piece of it ever, and it was sent to me as a gift. Riccardo, you can actually special order it, and sometimes some suppliers will have it. Now, this stuff is very expensive, so I don't have a ton of pieces in the shop that have a lot of wear, but this is my personal, I keep my lists on it and stuff, and you can see it wears similarly to how natural veg tan wears. It's just kind of amped up to 11. So like if you're a bourbon drinker, natural veg tan is the shelf release. This is like the barrel proof version. It is 1 2.5 square foot piece of this costs as much as a 25 square foot hide of natural veg tan. So you do want to use it either when your budget's big or use it sparingly. This piece, I made a piece for a customer and I had this left over, so I made this for myself. This is a little bag that I just made maybe beginning of the summer, and I've carried it around for a little while. It's been suntanned and it has been oiled a little bit, and it's really starting to pick up some nice color, but I'm very excited to see how this ages. I just honestly have not been able to afford to make myself something to test it. Usually I test leather for a while before I offer it so I can know with a lifetime warranty, you know, exactly how it's going to age. This stuff, people just ask for it, and so I started making stuff, and luckily I threw a couple of chunks of it into an order for myself, and so now I have a couple hides to make myself some stuff to test it out. All right, let's do something a little more fancy. Any sort of camo leather from most Italian tanneries. They make little camo, they make big camo, they make smooth camo. This is all Britannia. This is La Perla Azzurra. You can see the difference here. La Perla is like a matte, tumbled veg tan with a beautiful print on it. ages nice and dark. And Britannia is a little shinier. It's smooth, still a beautiful veg tan to work with, has some oils in it. Britannia makes a little tiny camo too, so depending on the scale of your project, you can size the size of your camo so that it looks proportional. Why do I like this stuff? I have no idea. I've just always liked it. If you're gonna have a pattern on a piece of leather, I like that this is very timeless. It looks classic, it ages really well. This is one of my personal bags. It doesn't have a ton of wear on it, but I've used it probably for 2 years on and off. This is kind of the one I've been using lately. This is a sample bag that I get to keep. This is called a woodland camo, and this is great because if you don't want something super poppy, it's just a little bit of sort of variation in color. And the nice thing is these are great to make bags, big stuff out of. This is 3/4 ounce, you can get it in 4 or 5 ounce. There are other suppliers that carry it up to 7, 8, 9 ounces. So yeah, really beautiful stuff. Those two, any sort of camo leather from Italy like this, has been something I've really loved for probably the last 5 or 6 years. And last, but certainly not least, because it's definitely right up there with natural veg tan for me, if I had to pick one leather to make anything out of, like going in blind, I don't know what I have to make, it would be this. This is Missouri by the Italian tannery La Perla Azzurra. This stuff I have made probably the most amount of personal stuff out of, because this is their natural tannage, and it's a veg tan. It's definitely tumbled and plated, and it's shiny. There's a good amount of oil in it. It's just really lovely to work with. And check this out. This is the bag that I currently carry. This is about 6 years old. I carry it every day. It ages so nicely. It's yeah, I just love it. So you can see the burnishing on the handles from carrying it every day. You can see the color difference. So this is kind of a darker piece. There is a lot of variation in the natural, but they don't just make it natural. So you can see, let me see here. There we go. You can see how much lighter it is new and just how rich of like a caramel brown color it becomes. The thing I like about this too is that unless you're like, even with wallets, it doesn't get too dark, right? So you're gonna have a little bit of blackening in the super high wear areas, but like if we look at the bottom here, it's really done a good job of staying a nice brilliant color. And that's what I really look for in a very nice high wearing leather. So like, it's not just my favorite leather. It can't just be good to work with, it has to age well, right? Because when you're making this stuff, you or your customers are gonna carry it for hopefully decades. And you know, even the edge creasing just stays nice and crisp over time as you use it. Texture ages beautifully, doesn't look dirty. It just looks really patinaed and old and nice. So that's why I love this leather. However, it's not just a natural. The nice thing about Missouri is that it takes dye really well from the factory. So this is their red. They make a bunch of really cool colors. The red, if you want to go just all out. Look at this navy though. The navy is gorgeous. So I really love this stuff because you can go super rustic or you can go, you know, a little more refined, sort of like a early 2000s Dooney and Burke look, but you still get this beautiful Italian product that ages really well. And so that's gonna be it for me, guys. Try not to really focus on the, I don't know, the consumer aspect of this. I'd love to just teach the craft itself, but the types of leather you use are a big part of this craft. And my favorites just happen to be natural veg tan, natural shell, Missouri, wears a little bit of camo. I'm simple. These are all vegetable tan leathers. Chrome tan's great. My heart has always been using thicker veg tan stuff. I'm not a French style maker. I make kind of rustic, more Western American made stuff. So I'm gonna ask you now, because I love the comments on these kinds of videos, what are your favorite leathers? And should I try something that you haven't seen me use before? Because I'm always on the lookout for some good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.